let's do it. Here we go.
Drop.
Is this the fucking mic?
Drop.
This is exactly what I should be doing.
What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of The Drop, your weekly source for all things NFT and crypto art, as well as upcoming drops by notable people in the Mograph industry. I'm Matt Milstead. Joining me, as always, is Dave Costin. Joining this week, Matt Silverman from Swordfish. Super excited to hear his opinions on the entire NFT space. Yeah, so this should be a good discussion. But first, let's get the main stuff out of the way with this week's drops. Let's start off with Nifty Gateway. Dang it, I didn't put anyone's dates down. That's okay.
328.
I know the dates off.
It says
Yeah, 328. So today, I'm really excited about this one. Julius Horsthuis. I'm not sure whether I'm saying that correct. But these are beautiful pieces. I really, really like these pieces. Dave, if you can scroll down, and get some of these.
Fractal collection.
Yeah, super, super cool stuff. I really dig the worlds that they're creating. You know, it's much more in depth than some of the crappy NFTs we see coming out.
Yeah. I love this fractal Mayan fractal one. That's really cool looking.
Super rad.
Full screen on these, but yeah, really cool looking.
Yeah, cool looking stuff. So that's today's drop. Tomorrow's drop, there are two people. You may recognize this person, Raoul Marx.
Yeah, Raoul Marx.
OG astronaut model. It's interesting that he's not doing any astronaut stuff. But this is Raoul's drop tomorrow. Cool looking architecture stuff, kind of surreal. Gives me kind of like a Dali vibe, with the colors and stuff. So cool stuff. Yeah, make sure and check that out. The other one tomorrow is a Lehman Maupin. I'm not sure whether I'm saying that correct or not, but they are basically a gallery that are doing a different drop for I guess whatever. I don't know what all they're doing.
Visit Collect AR to preview them. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
you can see them in AR first.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And then the last one is on the 30th, I believe. It says Vex.
Any relation to Vex, like Houdini Vex?
Houdini? No, I don't know. But I love the colors on this one. I think the work is really pretty. These are some of the previous drops that they have done. But, really pretty stuff. Looking forward to that one. Yeah. Other stuff, Maker's Place has two drops coming up. The first one is Ethan Pines. We've talked about Ethan Pines before. Photographer, had a drop a few weeks ago, and from the success of that, Ethan's doing another drop. It'd take famous people, photography, stuff like that.
Is that Rickroll guy?
I have no idea.
That's his name.
No, that's Rick Astley.
Rick Astley?
I don't think that is. No.
Oh, okay.
It could be. I don't know.
Oh.
So that's the 29th. Then on the 31st, Patrick Ortman, also known as Motion Sickness, is doing a drop called States. Let me play this one so I can remember. Oh yeah, this one was
very
cool.
Mography.
Very Mography stuff. Yeah. I really dug this one. It's like OG, Cinema 4D Mograph. I don't know whether he's using Cinema 4D,
right?
But by the looks of it, it seems like it would be.
Right. That's a lot of cloners.
That is a lot of cloners.
A lot of cloners. Yeah.
Yeah. Render instances. It's your friend.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's the big Ash 2 stuff, which I don't know much about it. It's a drop. POC, does the Ash stuff, and they've got a whole bunch of different creators who are doing pieces, for this Ash 2 drop. I know Blake Catherine's doing one, and Gavin Shapiro, a bunch of other really well-known artists in the space are doing drops for that. So I'm interested to see more about that, but that's today. Other than that, that's all I got for the drops.
Yeah,
Matt Silverman.
I had a link that I wanted to talk about real quick, which is it's just a Twitter post that somebody mentioned. It's somebody who it's Bored Ape Conrad on Twitter, who owns an ape, and was talking about, I wanted to make you own a Bored Ape, you get the rights to it, right?
Sure, right.
Okay. What the problem becomes when you're trying to use these third-party sites to make stuff that has to do with your IP, which is it's yours because you own You own like the rights to do stuff with it. And he posted, he was like, I wanted to make some sweet high tops that had my Bored Ape on it. And I went to the site and it's like, oh, you can use any art you want. But if you look at the fine print, it's like, oh, also we have the right to use whatever you create for our stuff and show it in advertising and stuff. So all of a sudden they could advertise that shoe with your Bored Ape on it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so you have to watch the fine print on everything and make sure that you're not like turning over the rights to your ape or whatever it would be that you own to the company that you're getting something printed through. So just something to note. Speaking
of Bored Apes, I hung out with Frederick Duquette this weekend for a little bit. I was hanging out with him in Beige at the Otoy party, and I was like you do, no big deal. Fuck Render for those who don't know. I was talking to him. I was like, because he did this thing where he's like, hey, I'm willing to trade 3 Bored Apes, for a house in Vancouver, And I thought that was really funny. There was a few like, Matt, I could see you just like. But I was asking, I said, are you still doing that?
Are there any greater fools here?
So he said he ended up selling all but one of his Bored Apes, because he wasn't sure about the project anymore. And I thought that was really interesting. But like he's like full on in the doodle space right now. I was like, all right, that's cool. And he just dropped his fuck Render avatars, and they had sold out in like a day or something like that. So it was pretty cool. But yeah. Matt Silverman, let's hear your opinions on why we're all wrong.
It's not that you're wrong. You could do whatever you want with your money. I just don't think it's a wise investment because it's a non-productive asset.
Okay.
And it's all it is a non-productive asset.
Mm-hmm.
It's an NPA, not an NFT.
Do you think that it's like more worth it to create NFTs for other people than to do it yourself, or?
No, I think anything, you're buying a block on a blockchain. You're not buying anything really. And that block on that blockchain is completely worthless. There's nothing there. You're buying an electron.
Mm-hmm.
And, the only way that it's going to become more valuable is if you find a sucker to give you more money than you paid for it to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, if you buy a house, it's a productive asset. This guy wants to trade his non-productive asset for a very productive asset. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a Bored Ape for a house, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the house, you get to live in it. It serves a function. Even gold is a non-productive asset that actually has function.
Mm-hmm.
So, if gold went to $0, you still can have a nice piece of jewelry out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that gold. That gold is valuable because it's used in electronics.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy stock, you're investing in a company that has real products or services.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference between an NFT and crypto. You're buying a block on a blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the reality is that it pisses me off that it's called cryptocurrency because it's not currency. You have to trade it in for real currency in order to barter with it. Currencies are used to barter.
Not all the time.
Yeah, like
yeah.
If it hit the status of
you
being
could,
able to do that,
you could use it to buy a candy store at the market.
Right.
Coin exchange. No car dealership is going to take Bitcoin for their car because
not yet.
Today that car, today I could buy a Tesla and tomorrow I could buy a Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The stability is the issue.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
The stability is insane.
Yeah.
So, and at the price it's at now, like you're going to buy anybody who's investing in crypto, you're not going to get the same return on investment as somebody who was willing to do it 10 years ago.
Right.
And
sure.
In order to get that kind of, if you want to become a millionaire off of Bitcoin now, you're going to have to put a lot of money into that Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which means
absolutely.
You really don't care about the money you have. You already have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And the only two people I know who have done well on Bitcoin, one of them, his wife has about $10 million in the bank in a trust fund.
Mm-hmm.
So all the money that he makes from his day job doing Cinema 4D stuff is funny money. So he could go he could go play roulette, or he could play Bitcoin, whichever he wants. It doesn't matter. The other people I know
stabilizes, it would be
made
good?
a killing.
Do you, like
I don't think
if
it
it's
can
stabilized?
stabilize because
No?
it's the greater full model. No.
Huh.
And the other people I know bought MDMA on the Silk Road, and they had leftover change, and they didn't know how to get their money back. And they made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of that spare change.
That's
Right.
funny.
So, you know, and I think it's important for people to understand the NFT game that got played with Beeple, because everybody hears that Beeple made all this money, and the reciprocal actions of people like you who own Beeples who can make money.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is that the guy who bought Beeple's artwork didn't buy it for $69 million.
Mm-hmm.
He bought it for $69 million worth of Ethereum.
Yeah.
Right.
That guy bought his Ethereum when it was worth nothing.
Right.
So for all you know, he paid $690 worth of his Ethereum
Right.
to buy that art.
Yeah.
And what happened? It got on the front page of the New York Times that this thing is for sale on Christie's auction house, a very legitimate brand name that lent authenticity to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It gets sold to this guy for 69 million bits. That guy gave $690 to get that art that he doesn't even own the art. He owns that part of the blockchain.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it caused so much buzz that everybody then wanted to get into NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And to put your art onto the NFT exchange, you need to use Ethereum to put your art up onto OpenSea.
Mm-hmm.
In order to buy the art from OpenSea, you need to buy Ethereum. And I've got a lot of friends who saw what happened to Beeple, and they're like, I just minted my first NFT.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the greater fool. You just bought Ethereum. What happened to the guy who bought Beeple's art? The other $400 million worth of Ethereum that he owns just turned into $700 million worth of Ethereum.
I can see that.
Because he made a giant pump and dump. It's real, dude. I'm not. See, and nobody understands the game. It's a giant game. It's a scam. It's a pyramid scam.
It sounds like stocks.
And you need a greater
definition of
fool to
stocks
make
to
more
me
money.
too. You know.
No, it's not. It's very different, because when you buy stocks, it's a productive asset. You're investing in a company that's able to then become a bigger company and make more products and new products or services, and that's what your money is investing in. That's the asset.
So
there is no asset with
what would
Bitcoin,
be the solution,
crypto,
though?
NFTs.
What would be the solution to that? Like if how would you invest in art and feel that it is worth it to you, and that it is an actual investment, like investing in a real piece of art?
I would buy real art that I could hang on my wall and enjoy, because that right there is the that's the productiveness of art. I could sit and look at it on my wall.
I can watch my NFTs on my TV. It's on my wall.
And so could I.
Yeah, so that's why my question is, like, what is the solution to that? Like, if you wanted to buy somebody's piece of digital art, what would
I'd say if you want to be an artist, you could be an artist just like there always has been. You could be an artist, a fine artist, try to get in the gallery, sell your stuff, or become a commercial artist, and use your abilities, your skills, your natural born talent to sell out. And by selling out, I mean you're going to be making real U.S. dollar currency, real currency, and figure out a way to make your money. And so, for example, I'm now working on a game trailer for an NFT video game. where you'll be able to buy the characters as tokens.
Mm.
An investment company gave that company $5 million real money to make the game. They then are taking a 10% of that money to create a trailer. The trailer gets made to create the hype. They then go ITO, initial token offering.
Okay.
This is the whole new model. This is the whole bullshit scam of Web 3.0, metaverse. It's all this giant hype that they're building up right now. But they take the company ITO, which means before the game is ever made, people are going to be able to buy their NFTs of that. I own Lizard Man. I'm making something up.
Right, sure.
So you really don't own anything. You own a block of the NFT with a little character of a lizard, a little avatar attached to it. And what's going to end up happening is that they're going to take the $5 million investment that they make to build this video game. They're going to hopefully sell $5 million worth of tokens. They have $10 million now to make a video game. If that game gets made and it's shit, your tokens are going to be worthless. If they go out of business before the game gets made, your tokens are worthless.
Yeah.
But the company got real US dollars. They're not doing it for tokens. They're doing it for dollars.
Right.
They're doing it for real currency.
For now.
Right.
And and I have no problem taking their US dollars to make the game trailer.
Right.
And if you look up the game that everybody's talking about in the space is called Star Atlas. Look up Star Atlas and look at the trailer that they made. It looks like Avatar. They spent over $1 million to make this trailer.
That's beautiful.
Which means that a CG studio, our people here, that's how you can make some real money off of this whole world. Use your real artistic skills to make art. Don't try to buy somebody else's digital Mograph cloner. Just because their name is cool doesn't mean that it's great art. It's an investment.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
That's what I would recommend.
Somebody's here to say hi. Hey, Matt. I know you're ready for a nap after that flight you had today, so I'll keep this short. I'm good at keeping track of time, though, because I'm a watchdog.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I, too,
Matt.
was in L.A. for the NFT event at the Oscars, though. Not the one you went to. Mine's better. Did you see the whole Chris Rock thing?
We're going to talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what kind of dog Will Smith would be?
No.
Definitely not a boxer. With as much red as he was seeing, you think he's more of a bulldog.
He played Ali. What happened there? He played
right. That's true.
Slap him.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta take a dog nap. I'm gonna leave you with this joke, though. Why was a dog suspicious of the meat packing plant?
Why?
Because it was by the pound.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, bye.
Oh, gotta love
Dorpy.
That's my theory on NFTs. Like, if you want to buy them and you think it's great, it's a lot of people bought these Beanie Babies,
right?
And they traded them, and it all comes down to like, what is money and why was money invented? It was meant to barter. Like, there was a point in time where we just bartered.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you're like, well, I've got corn and you've got milk. And you're like, but you know what? I got a lot of corn. I don't need any more corn. So there needed to be like this intermediary thing that you could get. Like, let's just use these rocks. Now I got rocks and I can later trade those for other things.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I don't know. If people want to do it, great. I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't want my friends to lose money. That's really where I'm coming from.
I get that. And as a studio owner, I'm curious, like, when this whole NFT craze hit, did you find yourself losing out a lot of like your solid freelancers that you had, because they're like, oh, I'm just making NFTs now?
Never.
No?
No,
That's interesting.
nobody's made any money making NFTs. I know.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, the guys I hire can make a great living creating corporate porn for my clients.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny. There was something else I was gonna ask. Now I don't remember. That's okay. I don't know. Like for me, I've always been into collectibles, you know? Like I've got so many dang toys and I just really enjoy collectibles. And so like for me, when people came on the show and talked about it, you know, I always saw the blockchain as not so much it's on the blockchain, it's that you're using that thing on the blockchain as their certificate of authenticity, saying that this piece of art actually came from this person's wallet. I was talking to Mike, you know, when he was speaking at Motion Plus Design this weekend, and I was asking him, you know, because I think artwork on the blockchain, the NFTs, you know, one, the NFTs are terribly marketed. I think the NFT name itself is a terrible brand, and it needs a completely new marketing platform, because that's what's going to happen. Some big corporation is going to come along and they're going to want to use the blockchain technology, you know, the smart contracts and stuff in order to create something, but they're going to have to rebrand it as something else, you know, before people will actually get on board.
There's a lot of good uses for the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good use for the blockchain, but crypto and this stuff is not it. I don't know.
I like Ryan
you
Talbot's.
You can do what you want. Everybody can do what they want
comment.
In this world.
Yeah.
I just hate to see friends lose. You know, like
absolutely.
And I got
get
turned off
that.
to Bitcoin. I had a guy working for me that I told you he's done pretty well on crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd have his laptop open at my office, and those Coinbase charts are just going all day.
Mm-hmm.
And for about 9 months, I'd walk by him and be like, "Yeah, it's still at 6,500, dude. Nothing's changed. Nothing changed." He'd be like, "Yeah, dude, it's about to pop, dude. Buy."
Yeah.
It's like, you're looking at me as the greater fool, dude. You need me to buy so yours goes up. There's no inherent value to it.
Right.
And it's destroying the world, dude. Like this whole proof of work system
not
is
always.
impossible
not always.
to sustain.
Not always.
Absolutely, dude. You can't defend it.
Not always.
I like Ryan Talbot's comment. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know anyone that's made money in NFTs either."
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, if you or anyone you know has an NFT or a piece that they're dropping, feel free to email us info@mograph.com. We'll show it on the show. You know, to each their own.
Can I say one last thing?
Yes, absolutely.
I spoke to a woman who's also making a game, an NFT game. She got 15 million in investment. She previously started a Web 2.0 company that she took public and walked away with $500 million.
Jeez.
And she explained this whole scam to me. And she knows it's a scam. And she's doing it. Okay?
All right.
Now, but the trailers are the important part of this whole scam. And these, for the next 2 years until the regulations hit, which inevitably will happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Get in on these trailers. Because that's where you could use your skills to make this money. And we did a thing last year at our studio. We were on a big job, and at the beginning of COVID, we had people sitting around. So we made a little short film called Telos that we presented at the Maxon Roadshow last year. So we made like a 2-minute trailer for this fictitious film thing that we did. And it was just artists sitting around, and we were like, what are you interested in learning about? And we figured out a cohesive way to put it together into a short little film. It's on our website. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, wow, this looks just like these type of trailers I'm seeing for NFT video games.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's take this and say that this trailer is an NFT video game. And we're going to figure out a game around the trailer, and then we're going to do an initial token offering, and we'll make Talos the video game.
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or somebody will give me a bunch of money to buy the NFTs, and I'll make nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm not that guy. See, I would never want to scam people.
Right.
However, I have no guilt and no bad karma making the trailer for other people, because that's what I do. I make trailers for all kinds of products that are shit products.
That's funny. I mean, yeah, I get where you're coming from, and there unfortunately has been a lot of rug pulls, and we even saw it this past week or so, where the FBI is actually getting involved and like taking down some of the people who are doing this, you know. So I don't know. It's interesting to see. I'm excited to see the future of it still. But I think I think the NFT side of it is just one small thing. You know, it's the first proof of concept or something for a way, you know, for what's to come. You know, there's so much more. But yeah, let's wrap this up. Let's get back to the regular show. I gotta go pick up my kid here in a minute.
Let's go.
So
Drop. Is this the fucking mic? This is exactly what I should be doing.